In 2000, the EPA implemented phase 2 of the National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System. At that time, the EPA began an aggressive compliance enforcement campaign targeting stormwater pollution source control on construction sites. Anything from dirt, concrete wash waste, paint, petroleum products, all needed to be contained. Not to mention the documentation requirements. It sent a shockwave through the construction industry. And from that, the Colorado Stormwater Excellence Program was formed.
Really, the origins of this program all kind of started with several companies really struggling with understanding how they knew they were in compliance. And oftentimes they did think they were doing it right, and the EPA would show up and disagree with them on that.
As a contractor, you just kind of wondered what in the world is going on. What do you do? I mean, this is something brand new to all of us, and we really had no idea. I mean, we were just oblivious. We had never seen Region 8 come in like this before, and here they were handing out findings, and they were gonna make these contractors pay, and pay dearly.
In 2002, we got a visit from an EPA inspector. We were caught completely off guard. Ended up with a number of violations on the site that we didn't know were violations. Each violation, potential fine of $22,000 for every day that the violation had been in existence. I was very concerned that we would lose the account. For about 2 years, my job was on the line.
It literally scared the daylights out of everybody.
After researching the National Pollutant Discharge Elimination requirements, I realized that nobody in the industry understood anything about these requirements. And through that process, developed a program that I thought would allow us to be in a better position should a next inspection occur. The Uniform Stormwater Management System is a ready-made program that's designed to achieve regulatory compliance on construction sites. The USMS was created because contractors needed a systematic approach to compliance, something that they could provide training around. It's a plug-and-play software based on the Environmental Protection Agency's environmental management system. When used correctly, ensures that compliance expectations are being met. We initially started with 3 contractors that were participating even before it was the CSEP. They were just experimental, and we were testing out our own private program.
Maybe 6 months or so, maybe a little longer, Bill met with CDPHE. They took our findings and said, we can probably make something out of this. And that was Pilot 1.
The state of Colorado saw a need for companies to really step forward and demonstrate that compliance can be sustained and be sustained efficiently at construction sites. Stormwater Risk Management came to the division and had this great idea. They wanted to take the concepts of an environmental management system and focus it on stormwater compliance.
The original goal of the CSEP was to partner with the regulators so that we could develop a uniform compliance program that would be a win-win for the regulators and a win-win for the contractors.
We worked with the Association of General Contractors and the participants to come up with a program that really worked to show how an effective environmental management system could be translated to compliance at these construction sites.
When you think about these construction sites and maintaining what the EPA requires from a compliance aspect, it's a pretty rigorous process.
Once a participant joins, they agree to put all of their sites into the Colorado Stormwater Excellence Program. And what that means is they have the third party come by once a month, and they use the ComplianceWise software to do all of their self-performed inspections. We have the control measures in place that are required at the time. We have our pollution sources identified that are on the map as well. The construction reviewer comes out, they take our digital map and they walk the project with us to make sure that we've captured all of our control measures, that each pollution source has at least one control measure, if not two.
We're visiting these sites, we're reviewing the audit materials, and we're confirming that when they're saying a site is in good shape, they're correct. It is in good shape, it's in compliance.
We were achieving 65 to 70% improvement in all categories measured, which was impressive enough that the state decided it was worthwhile to pursue a second pilot program. And the goal was to get more participants so that we'd have more data. The exact same thing happened again.
We were achieving compliance on a level that, commercial contracting, general contracting in the area had no idea that you could get there.
When a construction site operator is out there and looks at a CSEP site, they see sites in great shape, and they see sites maintaining that great shape, and they didn't know that this works.
When the program started to look like it might become a permanent fixture at the state realized they really didn't have the financial resources to help manage a program such as this.
2011, we were looking for a way to continue to effectively support and grow the CSEP program.
You need funds to build training. Training is not free. You need instructors, you need curriculum built, and we want to make sure that we're providing the best resources that are out there, and without funding, it hasn't allowed us to do that.
Which led us to realizing we must pass a bill. House Bill 11-1026 was required to authorize the state to dedicate resources to a compliance assistance program. The AGC took the lead role on lobbying the legislature.
We are the voice of the construction industry in the state of Colorado. We're the ones that are advocating at the Capitol, connecting with our legislators to not only talk about the importance of the project, but also the realities of it from a construction industry. And we've been really successful in working with the state agencies.
This program really went from something that we were trying to support the participants in the program in implementing to really being a public-private partnership with the Association of General Contractors that the state was part of, and it really became part of our overall compliance program.
My experience prior to having a CSEP was always looking over your shoulder and making sure that things were getting done, but were they right? We don't know, but hopefully the state doesn't see it or EPA doesn't show up. And our team, to be honest, on our side was really not understanding what the requirements were, working with Bill Robinson at Stormwater Risk Management, using the SMS, and that's kind of what's really helped us get to where we're at. I won't say we're always 100% or we're perfect, right? But things are where they need to be.
These water issues are not going to go away tomorrow. It's incredibly important to protect the limited environment that we have, and the construction industry has really stepped up to meet compliance issues in the realm of stormwater.
It's helping keep sediment and other pollutants associated with construction sites out of our waterways. It's protecting our drinking water, it's protecting aquatic life, it's protecting our recreational resources we value as Coloradans.
It's really a truly public-private partnership where everyone wins.
It's meeting the needs of both groups. It's not just providing a service to the construction companies that are participants and members of AGC, but it's also effectively helping drive compliance in the state of Colorado. So far, it's prevented the need for enforcement against the participants in the program. That allows us to use those resources in areas as needed to drive compliance and environmental protection.
Being able to have this relationship with them and being in the program alleviates a lot of pressure for us. It's very important for us to be able to focus on what we do, which is build, but also doing it right to avoid impacting the environment. It makes it that much easier.
The Stormwater Excellence Program, it's without peer in the nation. We are leading the charge in all of this. Of those 15, maybe 16 companies we have now, we know that we're the best of the best in the state. Not only our sites are the best sites within the state, they're probably some of the best sites in the country.
The state of Colorado has highly valued the partnership that this program has built with the construction industry. And I've seen the participants that are part of this be proud of what they've done with their companies and the results they're obtaining, and they should be. They've really found a way to integrate compliance into their company culture.
Really takes accepting it at a leadership level to say this is important to us as a company. Then it's shared down to filter to everybody, making sure that we lead by example. We then can make our state and our cities, a lot cleaner in regard to construction waste.
My hopes for the CSEP program moving forward are that it continues to evolve and grow. We double, triple our participating companies.
It's a pretty lofty goal, but it seems like this program would be ideal to improve stormwater quality in all 50 states.
I would encourage other companies to join the CSEP because it works.
The team, which is all the other GCs, I'm part of a team of community. It's not just a company. We don't have to hide our secrets. We share them to make everybody better.
It's the right thing to do. It's a matter of pride. It's a matter of excellence. And if we follow the plan, we'll be in good compliance.
What I want to say to participants in the program is thank you for your participation, thank you for your leadership, and really showing that construction stormwater compliance is achievable and sustainable.